Welcome back to the Wealth Hub IQ. Today we're going to be talking about 6 passive income ideas to easily make you £500 or dollars a day. Have you ever wondered how to reach millionaire status or even billionaire status where you could be making money while you sleep or while you're on a beach or while you're on holiday, you're still making money? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about passive income ideas. And passive income, in summary, is the accumulation of funds which are made up of you not necessarily being present or active in a business or some type of venture, meaning that you're hands off, but yet the business or the venture is continuing to make you more and more money, which is the goal for everyone. We all want to reach financial freedom, and the way to reach financial freedom is by setting up as many passive income ideas. The first passive income idea is internet money. Now, what exactly is internet money? Well, in summary, internet money is recording yourself doing something and recreating that into some type of online documentation or course. So we've all seen adverts, we've all seen things pop up which are all to do with selling online courses. Well, you could actually be a part of that crowd. Now, we're now in a digital age, and in this digital age, things are selling ultra fast. And it's important that we are part of this digital age, this digital era that are moving rapidly with digital products as well. So if you know how to play a guitar, you could create a course for beginners. So if you know how to play a guitar, you could create a course for beginners all the way up until advanced or expert level, just going through how to play the chords, how to then play an actual song, the specific notes, how to tune a guitar, and you can make that an online documentation. You can either do that in a video format, you could either do that in a tutorial format, you could do that almost as a vlog or a blog. And while you are doing this, you're actually creating not only a following, number one, for subsequent videos or content, but also you're able to continue to scale this, because not only is this passive, but you're also able to reach a viewership that you were never able to reach before, thanks to social media, thanks to internet money. Another example, you may have done a buy to let or an Airbnb deal, rent to rent, or you may have moved furniture from one property to another property, and people might be keen to find out exactly how someone did that, or they may be going through the same steps and they're looking for information about how they could then do that. If you're able to document this, you can make passive income easily. I challenge you right now to think about one skill you know, or one technique you know, or something that you've completed to a high standard, and think about ways that you can create internet money from that. Meaning you can create online courses from something you've created or accomplished, or something that you're really good at. Start thinking right now and challenge yourself. Now, I just want to talk about scalability here. Now, with a physical business, you need to think about scalability, meaning whether you have employees, you need to think about having more employees who can hire even more employees, and those employees will still have employees. Or if it's a service, you want to make sure that you're able to extend your services by scaling in a particular area. Now, with a product or a service for a business, is the scaling is much different to how you would scale an online business. Now, with an online business, it's so much more passive because the scaling is already done for you. By your content being out there, by you pushing your content, that is in fact you scaling the business, because you're able to reach new viewerships, you're able to reach new continents, new countries that your content was never able to reach before. So just by having an online presence alone, you're able to reach new demographics that you were never able to previously. That's why some would even argue that internet money is far better than providing a physical product or a service that helps people. Passive income idea number 2, physical products. I admit this may not be the most passive income idea, especially starting off, because you have to think about manufacturing, shipping, and even more. But once you start and you find your target market and you start selling a product which can become very desirable to that specific target market, you can realize how passive this really is. I want to set all of you on a challenge. So in this week, this coming week, or for the next 7 days, I want you to go about all of your daily routines. However, I want you to write down everything you did. Write down literally everything you did, down to the smallest grain of detail. If anything went wrong, or if there was anything that you would have liked to have done differently, or if you felt like you did something, however, it could have been simplified or been made easier. I also want you to write that down as well. For example, if every time you wake up, you always do your mandatory 10 push-ups every single morning, your quick 10 pushes. Now, if you've been doing this for a long time, you can begin to think of ways that will make doing those 10 push-ups easier, right? For example, small push-up bars to leave under the bed, which will help you grip, and they won't put a strain on your wrist when you've just woken up and maybe you haven't flexed your wrists as much as possible, or maybe because the floor's a bit dirty, you realize that you don't actually want to be putting your hands on the floor, but instead you'd rather use a machine or some push-up bars on the floor instead. So think about ways that would simplify what you do on a daily basis and write it down. Another example that comes to head is I remember a friend of mine who used to come back from work, and they used to always complain about how their house just smelled awful every single time. There was just a distinct odor every single time they came back from home, and they lived alone. So what they started to do was, I gave them this advice about writing everything down that they did for that day. And what that person specifically started to do is they started to buy scented candles for while they were in the house, and they also bought fragrances, so almost like time fragrance sprays, so that when they're not in the house, it continually goes off every half an hour, so that when they got back home, they still had a refreshed smell, which smelled like daffodils, I think they said, or rose. One thing to keep in mind here is everything you think about has probably been done, or at least thought of. The idea here is not to be the first or to be the best, just appeal to a specific group and continue to look into their interests, and you can continue to tap into that and make a huge passive income profit. Remember the saying, you don't have to be the fastest, you just have to be faster than the last person. Cultivating an investor's mindset and believing in your product, and also having faith that your product will sell in even the most saturated markets, because you're able to appeal to a unique crowd within that specific market. There's always space for more products. Think about it. If TikTok thought that Instagram or Facebook or Twitter were just too big and no one would ever be able to compete, then TikTok would have just been an idea in someone's head, but someone put it down on paper and was pragmatic and actually actioned it. So should you do the exact same thing? Take a look at your local high street. Just walk across that local high street and look at companies that have franchises or have a global presence. A lot of these companies weren't necessarily the best, nor were they the first in the market to start whatever they did start. And none of these companies had the idea or the thought of, oh, there's so many other companies within this market, or there's already a lot of monopolies in this market, there's going to be no space for me. No, they didn't have this thought. Instead, they thought, I'm going to come into the market with something slightly different, something slightly unique, and I'm going to offer that. And they all started off small, and they continue to grow in order to have that global presence. And you should have the exact same mindset if you really want to create wealth for yourself in this life. Passive income idea number 3, YouTube. Get started with that YouTube or TikTok or just any social media presence that you've always thought about in your head. It's time in this year of 2024 and 2025 and beyond that any thoughts that are in your head, anything that you want to turn into practice, you actually do it this year. We sometimes let fears or doubts creep into our mind which stop us from pursuing something. Doing content by no means is easy, nor is it for the people who are likely to quit if things aren't going their way. But if you can hold on and you can actually grow with your channel, you'll quickly realize how fast people start to like you and your content, because you'd be surprised that people like the way you talk, or people like the way you dress, or people like the way you do something specific on social media or on your YouTube channel, which is your identity, which makes it unique just for you, and you're starting to build a following this way. They say the best ideas are in the graveyard, meaning people tend to not action their ideas all the way until they die, and it remains just a thought in their head. This is the boost that you need to start your channel you've been thinking of, because there'll never be no right time, there'll never be the perfect setup, there'll never be the time that you have the perfect camera, but then you're waiting for the perfect mic, but then the mic is just sold out, so now you're going to procrastinate even more. No, start it small and continue to build away. Continue to build. Once you do create content, the income is incredibly passive as you can earn money off of the number of views per video. So think about it. Some artists continue to get paid once someone streams their music or listens to their music video on YouTube. They continue to get paid again and again. In the same way, a social media and content creator continues to get paid for every time someone clicks on their video. So you could be sleeping while people are across the world are clicking on your video and you're still getting paid for it. So that is passive income. Passive income idea number 4, affiliate marketing. Before I say affiliate marketing, I strongly advise you to only use or even just consider brands that you would personally use or have a genuine interest in. The reason why I say this is because any brand that you represent is truly your reputation on the line, and you want to be able to co-sign that brand or at least vouch for that brand so that the people who look up to you or the people who are influenced by your content can actually have trust in that brand. So be very careful who you decide to do your affiliate marketing with. Now, what exactly is affiliate marketing? Affiliate marketing, because I didn't know what it was originally. So affiliate marketing is a process where you earn a commission by promoting other people's or companies' products. You share a unique link to the product, and if someone makes a purchase through the link, you get a percentage of the sale. For example, if you run a blog about fitness and promote fitness gear, you can earn money each time a reader buys something through your affiliate links, creating a passive income stream. So sometimes you're on YouTube and you see that they link a video or they link a product, and that every time you click on that product and you actually purchase that product, the person who created that video would actually get a small percentage of that sale. Now, how exactly is this passive? So this is passive for 2 reasons. Number 1, if I create a video and the video does amazingly well and it gets millions and millions or even billions of views, then I get paid off of the videos. I get paid off of the counts, the views per the videos. So for that video, I'll get paid off of the views. Number 1. Number 2, if I'm also recommending a product, say I get 1 billion views and then I also manage to get 1 million people to buy the product that I've spoken about in the video, then I'd also get a percentage of however much is calculated for that particular product. Now, you can do more research into this, but you get the idea. You're able to get paid twice off of 2 things just by 1 video. So this is incredibly passive. Now, something that I've heard with affiliate marketing is people saying that they're not as big enough as they want to be, or they don't feel like they have a viewership, or they don't have the online presence that people will be able to click their links. Do not allow doubt or fears to flood your mind. And this is a perfect example of fears and doubt flooding your mind. Now, with affiliate marketing, to start, brands all over the country and all over the world have teams that focus on reaching out to micro influencers. What are micro influencers? These are people who have followings of around 100 to thousands of followers, because their followers are authentic and portray the exact image that that particular company would like to represent. For example, if there was someone who was always healthy, talking about gym content all the time, and they were just starting off, then they have a loyal fan base of about anywhere between 100 to 1,000 followers, then a massive gym company could come to them and ask them to promote one of their new water bottles. And as a result, because they're just a micro influencer, they're able to actually attract far more engagement towards this product. So the reason why I say this is, do not think that you're too small to start affiliate marketing. Passive income idea number 5, ownership. Buy into the ownership of a company through stocks and shares. Please do your own research before investing. But another investment, if you're more of a risk-averse investor and you don't really like investing, or you find it just far too risky, is you could look into a pool of different companies, which is commonly known as an index fund. Now, an index fund, in short, is just a basket of a lot of companies within a particular market or sector. If you research the returns of some of the top index funds, such as the FTSE 100, FTSE 250, S&P 500, or the Dow Jones, you will see they return substantial returns year on year. In the simplest terms, would you rather leave your money in a savings account of 0.02% at your local high street bank, or potentially 10 to 15% with an index fund? You give me the answer in the comment section. On top of this, you can get dividend paying stocks or dividend paying index funds. So in summary, this is the company or the fund paying you a monetary cash incentive for owning their stock or fund. So how on earth is this a passive income idea? Well, use it and treat it as a savings account. If you treat this as a savings account or a retirement account or a pension account, then you're able to see your profits continue to increase over the rate of inflation year on year. And this will not necessarily give you astronomical returns like a business would or providing some type of product. However, you're able to beat interest rates, which is the main key here. Passive income idea number 6, royalties. For this one, all you need is an idea and internet connection. And if you're watching this video, you already have one of those things, internet connection. And by the end of this video, you will have the other side of this idea for a royalty, which is the idea. So many of us grow up with passions of different type of arts, whether that's books, reading, writing, taking photography, creating instrumentals, playing the guitar. But we don't understand that we can make money from this. Certain people love arts and they would pay a lot of money just to have the access to a lot of these arts, to a lot of these books, to a lot of these stock photos, to a lot of these instrumentals. So you could actually create royalties, meaning that people have to pay you or pay a specific fee for using whatever art that you create. Think about this. You have been creating your art out of the love you have for it for some time. Why not profit from that same love, from that same art? Nothing's changing from the process. The only thing that's changing is at the end of it, you get paid. And I know people don't really like stressful things. So this is minimal maintenance and this is truly passive once you set it up. Because once you are able to set it up, you just get paid every single time someone uses a royalty or uses your art. Subscribe to the Wealth Hub IQ and give this video a like for more of a wealth mindset.